Yo fam, here's some advice. Advice is for me as well, although it's gonna be hard for me to do this in this video, but I promise I'm doing it. And it's to shut up and to listen. I've been sitting here, I've been listening to the wind, I've been observing the sheep, I've been watching the plants, I've been watching Mother Nature, I've been watching it grow, I've been observing the people around me. One mistake that I see, this is particularly true of men, I see young men and old men do this, is just, welcome in fam, much love Trap here, is just talk way too much. Just say way too much and not shut up and listen and observe and study. How many people are walking around with a notebook and taking notes when other people are talking? Not very many, right? But that sort of thing is worth doing because we're going to learn the most from other people. We're going to learn the most from observing. We're not going to learn as much from talking. Talking, yeah, it's useful, it's helpful to shout at the wind, to share, and to contribute, and to put yourself out there. But sometimes you just talk and there's not as much to share, especially as you get diminishing returns on talking, right? The more that you do, the more that, what's up, farmers out here? The more that you do, the less that you get back. Whereas the more that you listen, the more that you get back. You don't get diminishing returns on listening. You can always learn more from observing. You can always learn more from reading. You can always learn more from taking in content, knocking on the door, showing up and saying, hey, I'm here to learn, right? Rather than I'm here to talk to you. People don't want that, hey, can we talk? No, hey, can I listen? Okay, sure. That's a lot easier to handle. So, some things to think about. It definitely pays to be hungry when it comes to knowledge, to be thirsty when it comes to knowledge, to want to learn as much as possible, and to have actions that follow that. It's not just like accruing knowledge and knowing facts and dates and numbers, but knowing how to do stuff that's relevant and that matters, understanding what a good life is, recognizing when people have it or when people have certain elements that you don't have, taking some action and observing, and it's just the fastest way to learn. It's just the fastest way to learn by far. Like, too much of us, again, especially men, wanna like, fuck the instructions, I'm just going to do it. Right, I don't need the map, I'm just gonna find it. Why? That's stupid, that's a waste of time. It's always, why would you want to try to recreate the wheel when you could find someone who knows how to build a wheel and build it? We're taught how to speak, we're taught English or whatever your first language is. We're taught, there's so many things that we learn. Why would you want to learn really anything on your own? If you can access a mentor who's further along than you, if you can access someone who has it figured out or knows how to do what you want to do. But that's not how a lot of us operate, is just want to rush in, but just want to remind you that it's worth it to take a step back and say, hey, I'm here to be humble and to listen and to study what y'all are on. Try to learn what y'all are doing and watch. It's also less annoying. It's, so annoying at a dinner table, or you're in the car with someone, they just don't stop talking. Or when they stop talking, it's just asking rapid fire questions, interrupting you to ask more questions. That's pretty irritating. But if someone just is quiet and doesn't say too much, occasionally shares a small thing, maybe asks a story, or asks a couple questions, that's a lot more tolerable. And that's my goal. You see me on YouTube rambling a lot, obviously, because I'm producing audio content. I don't want that to be me in real life. Sometimes it's appropriate to tell stories. It's often appropriate to speak, but it's so good to be a listener and have that sort of mindset and mentality of I'm here to humble myself before you and to learn as much as I can, study as much as I can. see what you guys think. And yeah, so I just want to share that energy with you today and remind you that some of you talk too much. I see that. And talking too much and is a symptom. It's really not talking too much, but that's the big problem. It's a symptom of not listening enough. And that causes so many problems. It causes a lot of problems. Better approach is to listen first and observe and then take action and speak your mind. But you want to be natural and feel comfortable to say what you want to say, but also don't, there's opportunity cost. This is also important to know. So opportunity cost is, in order to do something, you have to give something else up. So it's like, I have $100, I'm gonna spend it on beer and smokes. Well, the opportunity cost of that $100 is, like 5 pretty good meals at a restaurant, or a new pair of good sneakers, or a surfboard from Costco. Like the opportunity cost is all the other things it could be. And there's also opportunity cost of time, which we forget about. Like, you want to value your time really highly. What's 60 minutes to you? Well, you could watch a TV show. You could also call, in that time, you could call most of your friends and family. Or in that time, you could do a workout, or in that time, you could make love, or in that time, you could do all sorts of things in that time. If you want to. You're going to listen, right? You talk for an hour, what are you going to get out of that? Probably get more out of listening for an hour. It's not to say that speaking isn't a valuable skill, but think about this. Like, for every hour that you speak, how many hours should you listen in advance? For every book that you write, how many books should you read? The ratio shouldn't be you speak 5 hours for every 1 hour you listen. Clearly not. It shouldn't be write 5 books for every book you read. So you want to be in the habit of consuming, and then that'll give you the opportunity to speak and to share and to write with conviction in a way that's helpful, and it's not just dominant and rambling over people. So some things for you to think about I want to share today with you. And once again, I really appreciate you for being in here with me today. Thank you. You're wonderful. I love you. So, hell yeah. Got these sheep out here. Lawn mowing the grass for us. Hoping for baby lambs. Hoping for healthy lambs this year. See the future up here. We've got about a little over 100 fruit trees in the ground now for a 400 fruit tree orchard. And can see the future, and it's exciting, it's bright, it's shady, it's very green and juicy. There's gonna be a lot of sheep in the future too, so I'm excited, it's gonna be good. Anyways, thank you all, appreciate you, and talk to you soon. Peace.